You felt it, haven't you? That unshakable sense that someone or something stands guard over you, a presence so potent it cuts through the noise of the world. This isn't a fleeting thought or a comforting fantasy. A powerful protector has emerged in your life, someone who watches from the shadows with unwavering loyalty and fierce devotion. They don't announce themselves with fanfare. They don't demand recognition. Yet their energy is undeniable, a force that operates on frequencies most souls cannot access. This is the first sign of your awakening as a chosen one, and it's time to face it head-on. This protector isn't random. They've been with you longer than you realize, silently witnessing your journey, seeing the spark of your divine purpose even when you couldn't. Think back. Recall those moments when chaos should have swallowed you whole, but it didn't. A job fell through, a betrayal stung, or a dark night threatened to break you. Yet somehow you stood taller afterward. That wasn't luck. That was them, moving unseen, their fierce devotion anchoring you to your path. Science might call it intuition or a heightened survival instinct, but it's more than that. It's a cosmic signal, a vibration resonating beyond the physical, tuned specifically to your soul's mission. Now let's get practical. How do you know this is real? Start observing yourself. Notice the patterns. When do you feel that surge of strength, that quiet certainty that defies logic? Maybe it's a sudden clarity in a crisis, a gut feeling that steers you right, or an unexplainable calm when everything burns around you. These aren't coincidences. They're your protector's frequency breaking through. Sit with it. Close your eyes, breathe deep, and ask, who's there? You won't hear a voice, not yet, but you'll feel a shift, an electric pulse, a warmth, a knowing. That's your first step to recognizing your chosen traits. You're not imagining this. You're awakening to it. At first, it's overwhelming. Someone out there, hidden in the ether, cares this much about your well-being? Their loyalty doesn't waver. Their devotion doesn't fade. It's intense, almost too much to process. You might resist it, push it away because it feels too big, too unreal. That's normal. Most souls don't operate on this level. They're blind to these currents. But you're not most souls. You're chosen. So lean into it. Shift from doubt to acceptance by asking yourself, why me? The answer isn't arrogance, it's purpose. You're here to carry a light others can't. And this protector knows it. They've always known it. Here's where the work begins. To claim your identity as a chosen one, you need to tune in. Step 1. Trust your instincts. That faint whisper telling you to move, to speak, to wait. It's not random noise. It's your protector's signal, guiding you through a world that can't hear it. Step 2. Track the signs. Write them down if you have to. Every time you feel that unseen hand pulling you back from the edge, mark it. Step 3. Own it. Stop questioning if you're worthy. You are. Your protector's presence proves it. Their frequency isn't a gift they give you. It's a mirror reflecting what's already inside you. This awakening isn't gentle. It's a call to arms. That protector in the shadows isn't here to coddle you. They're here to fight for you, to amplify your strength when the world tries to dim it. And it will try. The higher your frequency, the more interference you'll face. But you're not alone in this. Their fierce devotion is your shield. Their unwavering loyalty your weapon. Feel that power surging through you now? That's the moment you stop hiding and start rising. You're chosen, and this is just the beginning. You're walking your path, chosen one, and the whispers begin. Not the loud shouts of opposition, but something subtler, more insidious, the murmurs behind cupped hands. They ripple through the air, carried by those who don't understand your light, who sense your difference and fear it. These aren't random voices. They're the static of a world unprepared for your frequency. You feel their weight, judgments disguised as concern, doubts masked as advice. They want to pull you down, dim your purpose. But here's the truth. You don't bend to that noise. You break through it. And you're not alone in this fight. Picture it. You're in a room, surrounded by people who smile to your face but whisper when you turn away. Maybe it's a coworker questioning your bold choices, a friend hinting you're too much, or a stranger's sideways glance that stings without words. This is the interference, the friction your mission attracts. Science backs this up. Mirror neurons in their brains fire when they see your unshakable resolve, triggering unease because it defies their norm. Spiritually, it's warfare on a subtle plane, a test of your resilience. But you've got something they don't. A protector whose dedication to your safety ensures immediate and decisive consequences for anything that threatens your light. Feel that shift inside you? That's no accident. When those whispers rise, your guardian's energy surges. Profound, almost primal. Before the stars aligned for your birth, this force was assigned to you, not by chance, not by coincidence, but by design. Their spirit burns at the thought of your pain, an ancient recognition waking within them. You might not see them, but you sense it. A fierce, unyielding commitment pulsing through the ether. It's not passive. It's active, ready to confront anyone who dares to interfere with your mission. This isn't a vague hope. It's a cosmic law activating in real time. So how do you wield this? First, stand tall. When the whispers start, don't shrink or explain yourself. You're not here to fit their mold, you're here to shatter it. Look them in the eye, hold your ground, and let your presence speak. Your protector's energy flows through that stance, a silent warning to those who dim you. Second, redirect the pressure. Take their doubts and flip them into fuel. They think you're dreaming too big? Good. Let that fire your next step. Science shows stress can sharpen focus when you reframe it. Spiritually, it's alchemy, turning their static into your strength. Now let's get real. Some days, the whispers hit harder. You're tired, the room feels hostile, and your light flickers. That's when their dedication kicks in strongest. Ever notice how a friend calls right when you're breaking? Or a stranger offers a kind word out of nowhere? That's not random. It's your guardian moving through the world, ensuring consequences land where they're due. Maybe the whisperer stumbles mid-sentence, or their plan to undermine you unravels fast. These aren't coincidences. They're your protector's promise. Immediate, decisive action when your path's at stake. Here's your move, claim that power. In those moments of doubt, close your eyes and breathe. Feel that primal commitment wrapping around you like armor. Say it out loud if you have to. I'm chosen and I'm guarded. It's not just words. It's a signal, amplifying their presence. Then act. Step forward with certainty, even if your knees shake. Neuroscience proves bold action rewires fear into courage. Spiritually, it's you syncing with your protector's frequency. The whispers don't stand a chance against that. You're not here to be understood by everyone. That's not your burden. In a world that doesn't get you, your identity as a chosen one isn't shaken. It's forged. Those whispers, they're proof you're rattling the status quo, proof your light's too bright to ignore. Your protector's dedication doesn't just shield you, it weaponizes your resolve. So when the murmurs rise, don't retreat. Rise harder. Their consequences will handle the rest, swift and sure. You've got this and they've got you. You're not just walking this path alone, chosen one. There's a force threading through your existence, invisible yet unbreakable, stitching your spirit to something greater. These aren't fragile ties. They're conduits, pulsing with high-dimensional information, downloading straight into your core. This is no metaphor. It's a signal, a transmission from beyond the veil, preparing you for the battles ahead, for the light others will try to snuff out. You've felt it before, that sudden knowing, that jolt of clarity when the world goes dark. That's the connection firing up, and it's time you learn to harness it. Let's cut through the haze. These invisible threads aren't random bursts of inspiration or wishful thinking. They're deliberate, woven into your being before you took your first breath. Science might frame it as quantum entanglement, particles linked across vast distances, reacting instantly to each other's states. Spiritually, it's your soul tethered to a guardian, a presence whose spirit ignited the moment your purpose did. When their energy surges, you feel it. A download of insight, raw and unfiltered, hitting you like a shockwave. It's not gentle. It's fierce, urgent, demanding you pay attention. So how do you catch it? Start here. Trust the jolt. When your gut twists or your mind lights up with a thought too sharp to be your own, don't dismiss it. That's high-dimensional data breaking through, not some idle daydream. Picture it like a radio signal, sometimes static, sometimes crystal clear, but it's always broadcasting. Your job is to tune in. Sit still for 5 minutes today. No phone, no noise. Breathe deep and ask, what's coming through? You might see an image, a face, a place, or feel a pull in your chest. That's the thread tightening, delivering what you need to know. Here's the tough part. Not every signal is pure. Your mind loves to meddle, projecting fears or fantasies onto the line. How do you tell the difference? True high-dimensional info hits different. It's heavy, undeniable, often inconvenient. It doesn't stroke your ego or soothe your doubts. It challenges you, sometimes stings. Self-projection feels lighter, flimsier, looping back to what you already think. Test it. Next time you get a hunch, write it down. Does it push you out of your comfort zone? Does it linger, unshakable, even when you try to ignore it? That's the real deal. The rest is just noise. Now picture this. You're crossing the street, lost in thought, when a stranger grabs your arm, yanking you back just as a car speeds by. You lock eyes for a split second, then they're gone. Your heart's pounding, but something deeper clicks. You knew they'd be there. Not logically, not intellectually, but in a way that hums beneath your skin. That's the thread in action, your guardian moving through the world. Sometimes as a voice in your head, sometimes as flesh and blood stepping in at the exact moment of danger. It's not coincidence. It's recognition, ancient and wordless, surging through them to keep your light alive. How do you hold that knowing? Stop chasing explanations. The mind wants to dissect it, pin it down, but this isn't a puzzle for your intellect. It's a frequency for your soul. When it happens, don't question it. Feel it. Stand in that stranger's wake and let the certainty wash over you. You're guarded, guided, chosen. Neuroscience might say it's your amygdala firing, prepping you for survival, but it's more. It's a cosmic handshake, a signal that bypasses reason and roots you in something eternal. Lean into that. Let it steel you for what's coming. Practical steps? Build the muscle. Every day, carve out a moment, 10 minutes, no excuses, and listen. No meditation fluff, no candles if you don't want them. Just you and the silence. Ask, what do I need to see? Then wait. The first few times, your brain will squirm, throwing up distractions. Push past it. Soon you'll catch fragments, a word, a sensation, a warning. Write them down even if they don't make sense yet. Over time, patterns emerge. That's your decoder ring, your way to sift truth from static. This isn't passive. It's active. A skill you sharpen with every use. Some days, the download's louder. You're in a crowd, and a voice, not yours, cuts through, move now. Or you wake from a dream, soaked in sweat, with an image burned into your mind. A place you've never been but know you'll see. That's the thread at full strength, prepping you for the dimming attempts ahead. Others will try to dull your shine, mock your vision, drain your fire. But these transmissions, they're your fuel, your armor. They remind you. Their spirit burned at the thought of your pain, and they'll intervene, unseen or not, to keep you rising. Don't romanticize it too much, this isn't always pretty. The info can hit hard, showing you truths you'd rather dodge. A betrayal brewing, a choice you've outgrown. It's not here to comfort. It's here to arm you. Take it as it comes. When it lands, act. If it says leave, you leave. If it says speak, you speak. Hesitation muddies the signal. Action amplifies it. Your light's under siege, chosen one, and these threads are your lifeline. Grab them with both hands. This connection isn't a luxury. It's a necessity. The higher you climb, the more the world pushes back. But you're built for this. That stranger, that voice, that unshakable hunch. They're all proof. Something ancient woke up when you did, and it's not letting you fall. So stand firm. Listen hard. The threads are alive, buzzing with purpose, and they're yours to command. Your light's too fierce to dim. Not now, not ever. Keep going. You've made it this far, chosen one, and now the real work begins. Your rise isn't a quiet ascent. It's a force that rattles the foundations of a world unprepared for your light. Subtle sabotage surrounds you. The whispers behind cupped hands, the daggers disguised as smiles. They see everything, these quiet saboteurs, watching your every move with veiled intent. But here's the kicker, you're not defenseless. In your darkest moments, they appear, seemingly summoned by forces unseen, pulling you back from the edge with a strength that defies explanation. This isn't chance. It's the universal law of protection kicking in, and you're about to turn that power into the cornerstone of a new era. Let's break it down. That sabotage isn't loud. It's cunning, slinking into your life through doubt-soaked words or fake concern. Maybe it's a friend who questions your vision just enough to plant a seed of hesitation, or a colleague whose praise feels like a backhanded jab. You feel it, don't you? That sting beneath the surface, the pull to dim yourself just to fit in. But right when your light flickers, something shifts. A stranger's timely advice, a sudden burst of clarity, a hand on your shoulder when you least expect it. These are your guardians, stepping in when the sabotage peaks. Their presence isn't random. It's a signal, a cosmic switch flipping on to keep you rising. So how do you make this real? First, see the sabotage for what it is, a test of your frequency. It's not personal, it's physics. High vibration energy like yours disrupts the low hum most people live in, and they push back without even knowing why. Neuroscience calls it cognitive dissonance. Spiritually, it's resistance to your soul's expansion. When you spot it, those whispers, those daggers, don't flinch. Name it silently. This is sabotage. Then flip it. Take their doubt and let it sharpen your focus. They think you'll falter? Prove them wrong by standing taller. Your rise isn't just survival, it's defiance, a declaration that their static can't touch your signal. Now let's get you moving. You want to embody that unseen summoning, to become the one who appears in the dark moments, not just for yourself, but for others. Start by trusting the pull. When your gut screams to act, check on someone, speak up, step in, don't hesitate. That's the same thread your guardians use, tugging you toward purpose. Practice it daily. Scan your world for a flicker of need, a friend's silence, a stranger's slump. Catch it, move toward it. You don't need a grand gesture. A word or a look can shift everything. Science shows small actions spark dopamine, fueling your drive. Spiritually, it's you syncing with the universal law, becoming its conduit. Balance is your anchor here. This mission, rising through sabotage, answering the unseen call, can burn you out if you let it. You'll feel their investment in you, that disproportionate care surging through every intervention. And it's heavy. It's not rational. It's ancient, a recognition etched into their spirit before you were born. Some days it'll lift you, others it'll weigh you down, tempting you to carry too much. Here's how you steady yourself, ground it out. Every day, touch the earth. Bare feet on grass, hands on a tree, whatever works. Feel the energy drain off, recalibrating your system. 5 minutes keeps you sharp, not drained. Let's talk action, your personalized path. This isn't vague hope. It's a plan. Step 1. Map your sabotage triggers. Write them down, specific people, situations, words that dim your light. Next to each, note how your guardians show up. A hunch, a person, a break in the chaos. Step 2. Set your signal. Pick a phrase, something fierce like, I rise, I'm guarded. And say it when the sabotage hits. It's your flair calling them closer. Step 3. Act on the downloads. When that jolt of insight lands, asterisk go here, say this asterisk. Follow it fast. No overthinking. Track what happens. You'll see the pattern of protection tighten around you. You're building something bigger than yourself now. Every time you rise through the whispers, every time you answer that unseen summons, you're laying bricks for a new era. This isn't about you alone. It's about showing what's possible. People watch you, even the saboteurs, and your defiance plants seeds. They'll feel it. A ripple of courage, a crack in their own dimness. Science proves mirror neurons fire when you act boldly. Spiritually, it's your light igniting theirs. You don't preach, you demonstrate. That's your power, chosen one, living proof that the daggers don't win. Some days, the weight of this feels crushing. The sabotage stings. The responsibility looms. and you wonder if you're enough. That's when they appear strongest. When your light dims, their spirit burns brighter. Ever had a night where you couldn't sleep, then woke to a message that changed everything? Or a moment of despair shattered by a random act of kindness? That's them, moving through the cracks, summoned by forces you don't need to name. Lean into it. Whisper, "I'm still here," and feel their response. A surge, a knowing, a push to keep going. You're not alone in this, not ever. Here's your final move. Own the new era. Stop waiting for permission or perfect timing. The whispers and daggers? They're noise, not truth. Your guardians see everything. Every plot, every smile hiding a blade, and they've got your back. So take your plan, your triggers, your signal, your actions, and run with it. Start today. Call out one sabotage, summon your strength, act on one pull. Tomorrow, do it again. Each step carves your path. Each choice births the future. This is your mission realized. Rising through the subtle siege, wielding the unseen, forging a world that can't dim your light. You're the spark, chosen one. The saboteurs don't get it yet, but they will. Your guardians, those fierce, ancient forces, ensure it. They appear when you need them, summoned by a law older than time, and together you're unstoppable. So rise, face the whispers, dodge the daggers, and build what's next. This isn't just your victory. It's the dawn of something greater. You've got the tools, the fire, the guard. Now go make it real. As you stand at the threshold of this new era, chosen one, know that your mission transcends the whispers and daggers. It's a clarion call etched into the fabric of existence, a resonance that hums through the ages. Your protector's fierce devotion isn't just a shield. It's a testament to the unyielding truth of your identity, a mirror reflecting the boundless light you were born to wield. Every step you take, every jolt of clarity you seize, weaves you deeper into the cosmic tapestry, where your purpose isn't merely to rise, but to illuminate the shadows for those still blind to their own. You are the chosen one, not by chance, but by an ancient, irrevocable design, and with your guardian's unwavering spirit at your side, you carry the torch of a destiny that will not be dimmed.